Hi, this is Miss VPN, and today we're going to be testing SwitchVPN. So I've already signed up, and they've sent me the confirmation email. In the email, you will find the manual setup instructions for the different VPN protocols that they offer, and you can see which operating systems are compatible with which types of VPN. Because I'm on Windows, I'm going to set up the new application they have. A lot of VPN services are doing these now because they're much easier to use. Typically, they'll do a Windows version first, and Mac will come along 6 months to a year later. So I imagine that they'll have a Mac software within the next year or so. That's not guaranteed, I'm just speculating. I'll do a video later on manual installation because it's a bit more complicated. But to get things started, we're going to test their new software today. Okay, that was great. Yeah, download, installation, and ready to connect in less than a minute. So I'm going to pause the video here and enter my user information. Okay, now that my information is in here, let's explore the software. It seems pretty simple. You got 3 different types of VPN protocols, and you have your server locations. Now I signed up for their main VPN package, which was 14 bucks for a month for 1 month, and I think it was 14.95 and 7.95 per month if you sign up for the year. So it has all their servers. So let's start. I usually start with a US server, but let's try something different today, and we'll see how it does. Sign into something in Canada and connect. Okay, so now we're connected. That was fast. So far, so good. So let's see if our IP address matches our VPN server. Okay, we're in Canada. So a lot of these VPN services, when their dynamic IP addresses get detected, it messes up the server location, and sometimes you can't actually access the sites you want to access, but so far SwitchVPN is pretty accurate. Let's see if we can stream. Okay, so streaming is fast. You can see here this video is loading really quickly, so that's not a problem. That is a good connection there. So we're going to disconnect and try another server. Actually, that was OpenVPN. That was great for OpenVPN. Let's try something a little bit further away. PVTP in the Czech Republic. Okay, we're connected. Minimize that, and let's see if our IP address is accurate. Okay, great. Czech Republic, not a problem. I don't know any Czech streaming sites, so we'll just head over to YouTube again. So that video was a little bit longer, so you can't see it loading, but the fact that it's streaming without any buffering is a good sign. So let's open up this software and see what some of these advanced options are. So this is nice. This is not really advertised on the site, but there's a SOCKS proxy and a HTTP proxy, which can be used if you want to change your IP address, but you don't want to use encryption. So this may be able to get you past some different kinds of firewalls you may run into, or unblock sites that are blocking your encrypted connections. Most users won't need to use that, but that's there if you need it. And here's a little debug feature where you can go in and check out the logs, and if you run into any problems, I'm sure that they'll ask for this, and you can send that to support there. So the SwitchVPN software looks pretty simple, but it works great. I'm very impressed with the software today that I downloaded from SwitchVPN. So if you want to read more VPN reviews, you can go to mrvpn.com, and if you want to read about SwitchVPN, you can go to mrvpn.com/SwitchVPN review with a space between switch and VPN.